and welcome to Anime Adventures. I'm Elise Baughman, the voice of Penn from Dragon Ball GT. And this is the show where I bring you interviews with anime voice actors and other people in the anime industry. Today I'm in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. I'm headed to Savannah Animazing Con, and my interviews today are with Josh Martin and Chris Rager. So join me. Hey there! So I am with Josh Martin and Chris Rager, who need no introduction, but let's do it anyway. Tell us your characters.
I'm Chris Rager. I play King Yemma and Mr. Satan in Dragon Ball Z, amongst many others and many other anime.
I'm Josh Martin, best known for Majin Buu. Fat, evil kid.
Yes. And you know, I gotta ask, you gotta do your character voices.
Right now?
Yes, like
all right
now.
He'd say, well, I'm sick and tired of all these light shows and tricks. Yeah.
Me, you up! So we're here at Savannah Animazing Con in Savannah, Georgia. We've been having so much fun. The other question that I like to ask that I think we should start with is how you booked your characters. How did you book Mr. Satan? How did you book Boo?
Well, oddly enough, we've talked a little bit about this, where we all have this unique connection.
We do.
It all seems to be through Mike McFarland.
Yes.
But don't go around giving him a big thank you. It's just going to give him a big ego. He doesn't need that. Anyway, our buddy Mike McFarland, Josh and I were in a comedy troupe together, Section 8 Comedy, and performed in and around Dallas for many years. And Mike one day comes to a show and is like, hey, we're out in Fort Worth. They're paying guys to do voices on cartoons. I was like, well, I can do that. So I went and auditioned one day, and Mr. Satan was on the docket, as it were, and they seemed to like what I did, and they booked the part.
And then I was performing in that same comedy troupe,
yes.
And after Chris had gotten his gig at as Mr. Satan, they invited Chris Sabat to the show. And he saw me do a character called the Pillsbury.
Wait, Josh, they may not know who Chris Sabat is.
Oh.
So we want to...
Yeah, who is this Chris Sabat character?
Voice of Vegeta somebody. Is that it, Vegeta?
I mean, like, maybe a couple of minor characters, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Anyway,
voice acting.
Google it.
Big Mighty something?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
Anyway.
Big Mighty.
I wrote that.
Sorry, that was funny.
So he came to the show, saw me do this character called the Pillsbury Homeboy. And it's a gangster rapping Pillsbury doughboy. Kind of, the cute voice, but said, oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Who knew?
Watch me whip.
Watch me nay-nay.
And so Chris said, I think we found a voice of Majin Buu. And so I went in like the next day even and started reading for it. And about 3 days in, I figured they were going to keep calling me back.
And that is an actual true story. Josh didn't realize he had fully booked the part until like the third time he went in to record it.
Oh, really?
He just thought they were just still trying him out, seeing how it was going. Sure enough, eventually a check came. And,
and he's like, I guess I booked this.
I did, yeah.
19 years later, they keep calling me back. So I figured.
I think you're in.
I think so.
Right.
So far, so good.
Yeah, and you mentioned our improv connection and our
Sure.
Mike McFarland connection. Years later, I was doing a different improv troupe.
Right.
Went to dinner after a performance. Mike joined us, and I heard people talking about this anime show, and I said, how can I get an audition for this? So Mike was the one who told me how to get an audition, and the first character I auditioned for was Pan.
Pan, this mission's way too dangerous for a child. Please.
Like I care?
So basically, if you want to get into anime, guys, just go meet Mike McFarland.
Yeah.
He is
Sorry,
a good guy.
Mike. You have a lot of people bombarding you.
Thank you, Mike.
So here's the other thing that I love knowing. You guys were best friends, and then later it happened that your characters were friends. So tell us a little about your history.
Well, Josh and I met in acting school. I was going into my second semester at Katie Studios Actors Conservatory of the Southwest.
Good school. Yeah.
Josh had been in for 2 semesters, but maybe didn't show up enough for his second semester, and so they decided that he needed to do it again. And so when I was going into my second semester, Josh joined our class, and so that's how we met. So.
Very cool. And then when did you figure out that your characters on the show were friends?
Well, that took a little while. I mean, after I had done my character through the Cell Saga, and that had been about a year. Josh was about a year later. And then slowly but surely, the Boo story begins to unravel pretty quickly, actually. And Mr. Satan decides that he's going to go over there to Boo, and he's going to put an end to this. He's really just going to trick everyone into believing that he killed Boo when he really didn't. And then you slowly begin to see Boo trusting Mr. Satan, and they're cooking eggs and taking baths, and there's like a big happy family. They get a dog together, and you begin to quickly realize, like, oh, this is a thing. This is a thing now. And so that's how that happened for me.
We're like anime's Odd Couple.
Yes.
Penn and Teller. Penn and Teller. We're kind of like the...
That's
That
you
is
are
true.
the Penn and Teller, right?
I would agree. Just naturally, I talk more than Josh, but so yeah, I'll take Penn and Teller any day of the week.
That's funny. I kind of like that description. We've done 2 panels now over the weekend.
Right.
Kind of are the Penn and Teller.
Right. We don't know magic. We just are magic. That's what it is.
Yes, magic right here. I feel the magic.
The
Just
magic's
sitting with
happening.
them. It's like, yeah,
Right.
it's magic.
You'll be able to get some hand sanitizer and get that off of you later. So.
So another question that we got asked a lot on the panel and just asked as actors is, how do I get into voice acting? Or if I want to be an actor, what should I do? What's your opinion on that?
We're good. We're all full here. We don't need any more
Right.
voice actors. Quit trying to take my work. Now
Okay,
go
there
get a
you
real
have
job.
it.
No.
Moving on.
No,
then.
not at all. At the end of the day, it really is about having a performance background, theater, musical theater of some kind, choir even, the understanding and idea of what it is to use your voice, use your breath, and to be able to vocalize and emote and those kinds of things. So
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, okay. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, I
Wise
agree.
words from
Right?
Mr.
See, Penn
Martin
and Teller.
there.
Deep.
Penn and Teller.
Yes.
Normally, I just mug to the camera.
Well, and Chris teaches classes.
I do. I teach some workshops in Dallas.
Right.
It's a 4-class workshop. We go through the audition process, both at home and in the booth, working with time-coded anime, working with video game scripts, working to a completed product. We take 2 final scenes and we complete them as a class. I take like 10 people each class. So it is really about getting experience, all the while getting critiques and notes and directions from professionals in the business. Like my friend Josh here, I've had Chris Sabat, Monica Rial, Tyler Walker, J. Michael Tatum, Eric Vale. Basically, the cast of Dragon Ball Z has helped me come and teach these workshops. If you're ever in Dallas, look me up and come take a workshop.
You gotta fight for your right to ball.
Tell us about your Beastie Boys tribute band.
About 10 years ago, believe it or not, this year, I was approached by some fellow comedians in town that had an idea to do a tribute band for the Beastie Boys. And they knew I did the Pillsbury homeboy who did raps. I got asked to be in this tribute band, and 10 years later, it's just gotten bigger and better, and I've had more fun. We played House of Blues and Dallas, Cleveland, Houston. We've been a lot of places.
I need
It's
to
fun.
come see you.
Yes, you do.
That
You really
sounds
do. They're
awesome.
really
Please
a
do.
great act, guys. Seriously, they're a lot of fun. They come out, in costume, in character. It's really impressive. It's a lot of fun. Check it out.
So what's your website for that, to find your schedule?
RymanInSteelin.com.
RymanandSteelin.com.
No
I like
G's.
it. Okay, nice. And before I ask the last question, you might have noticed this right here. We're doing a giveaway. After the last question, I'll tell you how to be entered into the giveaway. So my last question is, do you have anything in the booth that's happened, good, bad, crazy, not crazy?
I always hear stories of other people having issues in the booth, like passing out and stuff like that. Me, I know how to control my breath.
Oh, you're so
And so I don't
fancy.
have those issues or whatever. I think it's just I have just full of hot air mostly. But I've heard, like Sean Schemmel, don't think he's not that tough, man. He's passed out in the booth before.
Is he really?
He's gone down. I'm gonna take my dig at Sean, my boy Goku, and say I'm tougher than him. That's what I'm gonna say. It's on.
Whoa. Okay then. Oops. Oopsie.
Yeah. No, I think just the craziest time I ever had recording something was Kid Boo, right before his big crescendo, when he's fighting there before he vanishes. I had to do several takes, and all of them were kept to layer on top of each one of the previous
Oh.
take. So it was intense. Each one was probably about 30 seconds long.
Oh,
So you know how
wow.
fun that is.
Yeah.
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 And
Not
right.
not fun.
Nuts.
Well, it was even more fun when they say, okay, we have this reaction and it's 30 seconds. So just give me what you got.
30 seconds.
And so you give the 30 seconds. They're like, okay, that was great. Now we have to do it again, but you got to do something totally different because we're going to put it on top of there.
Right.
Oh, but same intensity.
Right.
Challenge
And
accepted.
they're like, oh, we need that second one more time because of technical. Okay, again?
That's pretty crazy. And you know, we've been sitting here the whole time. I have yet to one time say, Grandpa!
Oh, listen up, kiddo. Yeah, shucks.
Okay, so to win the autograph, and you've already autographed it, yeah.
Yes.
They've already autographed. I'll do my best, Vanna White. All you have to do, subscribe and comment in the comments below, wherever they are, and we will have a random drawing, and I will get in touch with you and mail this to you. So thanks for joining us. We have more interviews like this, so click somewhere. Well, I'll have a video. Yes, do your best thingy. And hey, guys, it's been fun.
We've had a great time.
Y'all are awesome.
Thanks for
This
having
was
us.
magic. You're
We've
right.
had a fun weekend
You
as
are
well.
Penn and Teller. There was
Right?
magic. Yeah, it's been a fun weekend. Bye. I'd love for you to subscribe and just click the bell so you'll be notified of future interviews. So glad that you joined me. I'll see you next time.